Next, we're going to take a look at what's called measures of dispersion. And measures of dispersion are numbers that give you some idea of how spread out your data is. So one measure of dispersion is the range, and that's the number that you get by subtracting the largest minus the smallest. And one way to get a sense of how the data is distributed is to construct something called a box and whiskers plot. In order to make a box and whiskers plot, we need 5 numbers. We need to know what's the lowest number and the median and the highest number. We know how to get those. And then we get 2 more numbers called the lower quartile and the upper quartile. The lower quartile is the median of the smaller half of the data, and the upper quartile is the median of the larger half of the data. So if you're looking to find your upper and lower quartile, we're going to first arrange the numbers in increasing order. If you have an even number of numbers, so for example 10, the lower quartile will be the median of the 5 lower numbers, and the upper quartile is the median of the 5 larger numbers. Okay, so I use the example 10, but anytime you have an even number is 2 times some number, and so you just take your even number and divide it by 2, and you get a number that tells you how many values are in the smaller half and the upper half. And we'll look at examples in a minute. If you have an odd number of numbers, so for example 5, if you have 5 numbers, so we have 5, 5 is 2 times 2 plus 1. Okay, so we have 5 numbers. Then your lower quartile is going to be the median of the 2 smaller numbers, and the upper quartile is the median of the 2 bigger numbers. So basically, you just leave out the number in the middle. Okay? And to make your box and whiskers plot, we use what's called the 5-number summary. So the first number is the minimum, the second number is Q1. Q1 just means the lower quartile. Your third number is the median. Your fourth number is Q3. Q3 is what we call the upper quartile. And then the fifth number is the maximum. And the way it works is we're going to make 3 lines. We make one line at Q1, the lower quartile. We make a line at the median and a line at the upper quartile. So those are vertical lines. And then we make a horizontal line to connect. That gives us the box. And then we can put either a dot or a little line here at the minimum, and we connect it to the box. That's called a whisker. And then we either do a little dot or a line at the maximum, and we connect it to the box. And that's your other whisker. Any questions so far? Okay, so next we're going to look at number 7.